Here's an update of my makeup bag for the new season with the full holiday vibes. Some things I bought myself, some were gifted by brands, and some I already had, and some are just here for the holiday mood. Let's start. I picked up the La Mer oil and the Guerlain serum to try. Since I'm a creator, purchases like this are usually for work, but I couldn't resist and I'm going to test them side by side. La Mer on one side of the face, Guerlain on the other, and the scent is lovely. A light sweet mint that fades quickly, and the texture isn't a classic oil, it feels more like a serum with a nourishing finish. Very lightweight, melts into the skin, perfect for dry, mature or dehydrated skin. I'm expecting something similar from the Guerlain serum. I'll share a more detailed opinion in the next video because I need to test both with the different makeup products. But so far, they feel like exactly what my skin has been missing. Cold weather and too much coffee have completely dried me out. And you know how much I've been talking about my dry skin lately. And just looks like these two might finally let me stop complaining. Guerlain has those little capsules that burst and activate the serum. And about the packaging, I honestly thought it was a cap at first, and it turns out it's a metal dropper. Very unexpected design, and the texture isn't oily at all if we are comparing with a La Mer, which makes sense based on the packaging. It literally says on the La Mer jars, oil. The glow and the healthy skin finish are already visible at the stage, and no stickness, or maybe I just applied a small amount, but for me this feels more than enough. Next update, concealer. I still haven't repurchased my favorite Shiseido foundation. My shade is sold out and I will order it as soon as it will be available. But for now, let me show you my biggest discovery of the year. I basically created my own Shiseido foundation. Funny, right? So take a Radiance concealer and apply it to the key zones under the eyes, the T-zone where pores eat the product, and the jawline. Then take a Guerlain serum and add one drip to each cheek. Use a fluffy synthetic brush and start blending from the jawline upward. Once the cheek and jawline area are blended, move to the under eye area. By the time you get there, the concealer has already started to set slightly, which is perfect. Remove the excess and spread the rest just across the T-zone, pressing it into the pores for a smooth finish. Do the same on the other side. Start from the bottom of the face and work upward with the tapping motions. The brush absorbs the extra product, leaving a thin, even layer. Just look at that finish. The skin is glowing from within. And the coverage is sheer and weightless, but this concealer has such a beautiful texture with the light reflecting particles that gives a natural Photoshop effect. Actually, I love that type of products because of the depending on the angle, they reflect light and visually smooth texture. And since it's designed for the under eye area, it doesn't dry out the skin and sets beautifully, which makes it perfect for the entire face. A great beauty hack. Tell me, how is this visually different from the Shiseido foundation? I'll wear it all day tomorrow and update you in the next video on how it holds up. Today you will be shocked by how this video ends. Completely not my usual makeup, but holiday are the perfect time to experiment, right? Let's move on to the bronzer. I fell in love with it all over again, and it's not a new one, but I had put it away and forgot how much I adore it. The pigmentation, the silky texture, the minimal product waste. Take a fluffy brush, tap into the bronzer 3 times, and then tap the excess on the back of your hand, just to spread it through the bristles. See how pigmented it is? Apply to the cheeks, build gradually, add to the temples, and then define the jawline with what just left on the brush. That's it. And it will be such a natural contour. Actually, this bronzer will last forever. It was a gift from one of my students 6 years ago, and I barely touched it because it was so expensive and used it only on clients. But something changed, and I love using it as eyeshadows too, for a soft smoky look. One light layer gives a sheer color if you want something subtle or plan to pair it with the bold lips, and I apply it with my fingertips. You know me, with hooded eyes I need to feel that the lid is fully dry. Any wet surface causes smudging, creasing, mascara transfer, just a grunge mess. Well, thankfully messy makeup is trending again because I'm a bit bored of the clean girl aesthetic. Or maybe it's just the Christmas mood. What about you? Inside the bronzer box, you will find a tiny brush. I have no idea how anyone could contour cheeks with it. Strange decision from the brand, but it's perfect for nose contouring and for blending the upper and lower lash line. It's thin, precise, and keeps everything clean and controlled. And now let's move on to your recommendation. I ordered the one red lipstick from Lisa Eldridge. If I'm not mistaken, it's the limited edition. It's collaboration with a designer. The packaging is stunning. I feel like in the world where everything is becoming AI generated, just preserving real art feels important. So you can tap the lipstick in like the French do. If anyone from France is here, tell me, is this a myth or do you really apply lipstick like this? And I need first-hand confirmation. And here's the classic application. The color is gorgeous. I was nervous choosing online, but I nailed it. It's a cool toned red. On video, it may look fiery at first, but it's definitely a blue red. It applies like butter, melts onto the lips, doesn't bleed into the lines. The packaging is heavy, the applicator is sharp, easy for lining. Press the lips together and pull the color slightly outward. The easiest way to understand where to stop overdrawing. Your anatomical lip line is your guide. Don't go beyond that natural white line. That's your real contour. The color isn't deep like burgundy. It has less black pigment. It's a brighter red, but still a true blue red. How to check it? So, take a tiny bit on your fingertip and blend it out. I will do it on my cheeks, nose, forehead, and outer corners of the eyes. If it blends into a cool Barbie pink, it's definitely blue-red. If it turns carrot orange, it's warm undertone. Of course, your undertone plays a role too. And let me know if you want this breakdown in the next video. And that was a gift. So, if you hate wearing foundation or want to fix small makeup imperfections quickly, a concealer pencil is your best friend. I'm using it to sharpen the lip liner first. It makes everything look cleaner, sharper, and more professional. And I'll also add a bit of light in the inner corners to open up them. And I'm covering this little mole. It became more noticeable after summer and honestly drives me crazy. But at least now it's a great way to show the coverage of the concealer or any other foundations. Such an interesting idea of beauty product, right? And it's time we are moving into a more intense festive makeup look.
Sometimes one mascara is simply not enough, especially when you want the done but effortless lash look. I often combine two formulas to get that perfect balance of definition and fullness, and these two works beautifully together. But let's compare them. The Gucci mascara gives that clean, stretched effect. It separates every lash, lifts them, and creates this elegant, elongated shape without clumps. I start with it because it builds the structure, long, defined, flattery lashes that instantly open up the eyes. And the next one, MAC mascara for the volume. I add the MAC mascara right at the roots. What I love the most is the brush. I think that the shape of each bristle is unique. It gives the huge volume of the lashes. And here's the close-up. Just compare both of eyes. To create the true frosty eye makeup, I would love to finish the look with a glitter mascara. It gives the lashes this soft, wet effect, almost like they've just been touched by snowfall. And the sparkles catch the light in the most delicate way, never heavy, never chunky. On the top of the black mascara, the glitter looks multidimensional and almost glossy. The effect is so airy, so weightless, and it's like tiny frozen drops of light. What do we think? Personally, I love it.
These little eyeshadows with a gorgeous holiday crystal packaging had to be in my Christmas video. Every makeup artist I know was hunting for them, and of course, so was I. First, all clients ask the same thing. What is that cute thing? Can we add some sparkle? And second, just look at this texture. Sophisticated shine with no chunky glitter, and they take almost no space in your makeup bag. And the packaging sparkles differently in every lighting, and they just make you happy whenever you open them. In natural light, a soft metallic sheen. In flash, bright sparkle with visible particles. In sunlight, they look like butterfly dust. How could anyone resist, right? And I am showing you the most universal shade, perfect for work, university, or a night out. There are several colors, but these ones use every eye color and every skin tone and every skin undertone. Let's wipe off the red lips and shift the focus to the eyes. And look at that home for lipsticks. When I bought 3 lipsticks, they gifted to me with that home for lipsticks. It was a fun moment, and I honestly believe every luxury lipstick deserves its own living space. Jokes aside, this little leather shell is just stunning. By the way, it was my favorite everyday shade. Look at this pathetic leftover at the bottom of the bullet. I've been scratching it out, and I toned down the lips with whatever is left on my concealer brush. Then take a tiny brush, pick up the color, and apply it in wide strokes. Look at this shade. Expensive, non-patchy, non-fussy at all. Slightly brown, but still cool toned. Zero orange or red undertone here, just a cool beige brown shade. My student once joked that this is the color of poté, and now I cannot unsee it. And now you have to live with it too. Forgive us, Gucci. The lipstick is creamy matte with a retro vintage-inspired packaging. I adore this aesthetic. I refined the lip contour. I saw a few comments about me mentioning wrinkles and fine lines and people being confused. So guys, please zoom in, and my lips are natural. I have some wrinkles around the lip liner, lip contour, and including along the border. So that's exactly why I can tell immediately when a lipstick bleeds and when it holds beautifully even without lip liner. Here's the final look, and I think it's time to repurchase this shade, but part of me doesn't want to because I have a pretty much different shades. Let's move on to a colorful eye accent. Yes, it's time for glitter eyeliner. Under normal light, it looks very wearable, almost casual. But here's the magic with a flash. Imagine how gorgeous this will look in a restaurant, in a store, or outdoors at night, and this totally reminds me of the glitter gel pens from my childhood. So, by the way, the tip isn't the unusual felt tip that's just get fuzzy after 3 uses. It feels like synthetic bristles, like my eyeliner brush. The applicator has great bones applied along the lash line, and if you drag, the line won't be clean. If you gently stamp, the pigment transfers neatly. Don't draw with the very tip, that never works with hooded eyes. There is too much skin folding and it turns into a fence line. You either hold the skin near the temple or stamp a rough draft first and then define it, lifting the brow to stretch the lid for smooth application. I pull the wing with my nail. Yes, you can use a brush, but let's be honest. At home, we all use our nails because it's faster. To balance glitter liner, you must lighten the lower part of the face. A juicy brownish caramel gloss is perfect. It freshens everything up. Guys, the daylight is almost gone. Forgive me, it's our first snow. Let me show you one last product today. I'll leave the rest, new products and few Christmas gifts from brands, for the next video, okay? That part for my bold beauty lovers. The most stunning denim blue shade that shifts into magenta violet. A duochrome shadow with a gorgeous metallic finish. Here it is a natural light, and depending on the angle, it looks blue-purple. I'm not removing the previous shadows, just I want to show you how insanely well it covers any shade or texture. They are very powerful. I apply it with my finger. But if you are going to use brushes make it less pigmented. You can also use them as an eyeliner. I love doing it in spring. Or for dramatic smoky eye for a party, photo shoot, or dinner. Actually, the wet application works perfectly here too. So here's how it looks under the light with a flash. I dab it into the lid up to the crease and then soften the edges with a clean finger. You can also blend with a fluffy brush if you want a softer look, and the color is breathtaking. Let's add some to the lower lash line too. This shade is especially beautiful on blue, gray, and Brown eyes, yes. Blue and purple shades are perfect for brown eyes especially. Such a satisfying moment. Actually, not necessary to stretch the delicate skin around the eyes or on the mobile lid like that, but it looks perfect. Here's again, strong light from flash and natural light. Under that strong light with a flash, it glows and shifts so beautifully. I tried to capture that violet shift, but the camera never does it justice, and in real life it looks stunning. With this look, we must use black mascara to add depth and build a gradient. At least use black pencil around the eye just to separate the blue shadow around the eye, just to make it more visible that we draw it. It's not our problems with eye, I mean blue veins or something like that, some discoloration. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Shall we continue our holiday makeup series in the next video or not? Tell me in the comment. And see you soon. Bye!